That's right. That's about what we do here at the Movie Podium. Just got
Yeah.
to make it up. Hello, everyone. We're
Hello.
live.
Hey,
Whoa.
made
It's
it at
been
the
a
last
day.
second.
It has been a
Last
day.
second. Yeah, hopefully everybody was waiting. So, what's up? Welcome to the Movie Podium. We're a weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and at the end of the week, we get together and talk about it. It's kind of like a book club.
But
But
for
for movies.
movies. I said it
Oh,
first.
damn it. But for movies.
And hi, John. Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hey, John.
Oh, John's here.
Oh, John?
What's up,
Hello,
John?
John.
And
This is going to
so this
confuse me.
Yes, it is.
And so this upcoming week we're gonna have the Masters, and so we wanted to throw out a golf movie, and we had people vote between Caddyshack and Happy Gilmore, two golf classic funny movies. And it was Happy Gilmore exceedingly won this, and so he doesn't just play golf, he destroys it. And without further ado, we present our next movie.
Looks like you and I are going to be playing together today. This guy sucks.
Nice.
Thanks.
Cannot wait to talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, great movie. I remember watching this a million times as a kid, and I actually probably saw this before I saw Billy Madison. So this was my first introduction to Adam Sandler. How about you guys?
It was
Man, I-
probably this or The Water Boy, I would say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can
those,
see that,
between
too.
those two.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember. I wish I could, but I cannot.
Yeah, I know this was, and then Billy Madison, I want to say, or maybe Waterboy actually too. Like it was, yeah, they all kind of came out, and maybe Wedding Singer. All four of those all kind of blend together. But I know Happy Gilmore was the first for me. I used to watch it too many times.
Oh, yeah.
No such
So
thing.
before we start, let's cheers.
Yeah.
at the
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I had to do it since John wasn't here.
Yeah,
I don't have that
One-
nice bass resonance as John though.
right. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that we don't have a movie. Well, Eric, we lost Eric for a minute.
Oh, well, he's
I'm
turning
kind
into
of
John
sad.
right now.
Oh, there we go.
Hello. My finger
Hello.
accidentally hit the swipe back button. Whoops.
Oh no! What it looked like when you were getting in, I thought you clicked something. Like it wasn't like it cut you out. It almost looked like you did that on purpose. So
I thought you were just becoming John.
Yeah, I could be. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get John.
oh man. Well, I'm your host, Matt Scott. I'm here with my dudes, Eric.
Hey, that's me. Hi, Matt.
Hi. And cooking with Kevin with a hockey jersey, isn't it?
It is.
Dang.
That's me.
I should have worn my hockey jersey. I got one sitting around somewhere.
I think I got this when I think you and I went to the Blue Jackets game.
Yeah, it
I
was me
just
and you.
randomly purchased this one. So I
Yeah,
thought it was a good
nice.
idea after a few beers.
Yeah, well, it seems like everything's a good idea after a few beers. Well, thanks to all our Patreon members.
Yes, thank
Really
you.
appreciate the
Yes, thank
support.
you.
For anyone who wants to join, we've got stuff like stickers, koozies, access to our Discord,
Maybe we need to make
all
a
that
hockey
fun
jersey.
stuff. Yeah, let's
Make
make,
a
a
hockey
hockey
jersey.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
All right.
Thank you, everyone. It's patreon.com/the movie podium. That is how
Yes.
you can find us there. Thank you.
Yes, thanks everybody. We're on to better things. So
Like random ass facts.
let's get to random ass facts.
There we go.
Nice. And weirdly enough, hats for butts. We did that last year for Dave's birthday. Major League.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So weirdly enough, this also is a Thor, even.
A Thor,
Like,
yeah.
That's
just like last week.
Straight Thor.
We got
Yeah, I can
two
see that.
comedy classics. I can see this one more so than Wayne's World, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
I-
still
yeah.
put this above Thor, but below Wayne's World. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a
I would
Thor
agree.
0.3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Thor point three.
Thor 0.3, right? That's where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I actually like this more than Wayne's World, probably because it from a nostalgic standpoint. But I do think Wayne's World's a more quality movie from yeah, I think it's more there's more depth to it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
would say
I
so.
still think this is better than Thor. Come on, come on now.
Movies
Way better than Thor.
A lot of
Come
movies
on
better than
now.
Thor.
All right, and so I didn't have time to type out my random ass facts, but I did find some, and I kind of remember some anyway, since this is a movie we're all familiar with.
Yeah.
First random ass fact is, so we know how Chubb gets his hand bit off by an alligator.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you have ever seen Predator, Chubbs or Carl Weathers does get his right arm blown off in that movie.
Oh, I
Really?
didn't make that connection at all.
Yeah, it's actually an in joke. Like they actually kind of hinted at doing
Okay.
that on
Because that
purpose.
this would have been, 15 years after that, maybe? Somewhere in that ballpark range. Early
Yeah,
80s
about-
to late 90s.
Yeah, 12, 10 to 15 years. Yeah, that range. Yep.
Math.
Right. Now, Shooter McGavin, played by Christopher McDonald, almost turned down the role because he was tired of playing the villain. But then after meeting Adam Sandler and realizing how funny this movie was going to be, he said he couldn't turn it down, and then afterwards saying it was one of the best moves of his career.
Yeah. I mean, there's no one else that could play that as good as he does.
Oh, I know. He hits it so well.
So good.
And speaking of a casting what if we had was Kevin Costner was also offered the role of antagonist Shooter McGavin.
I could actually see that. But it wouldn't be the same, but I could definitely see it. Like it
Yeah.
would work, but it wouldn't work the same way that it
He needs
ended
to
up.
just stick with Waterworld,
That's right.
not come into golf.
You tell him. Well, it's funny because obviously he ended up going on to make his own golf movie in Tin Cup
Yeah,
that
that's
same
right.
year. And I
Okay.
actually like Tin Cup too. But he's the protagonist and the guy you root for. I don't think Adam Sandler. I don't think Kevin Costner would play as good of a villain as Christopher McDonald.
Yeah,
I think
I
like
would
everybody's
agree.
just, I think
You'd
like,
want to root for him too much.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you don't want to root for Shooter. Holy shit.
No,
No.
fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I said it could work, but
100%.
it would be a different movie. Yeah.
Did you guys see who did the score for this movie? And I did not notice this as a kid.
I did not.
I know. I didn't look that up.
Well, the guy actually attended Kent State about 20 minutes down the road, and is the lead frontman from Devo, Mark Mothersbaugh,
Oh, nice.
Really?
who also did Rugrats.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a big soundtrack guy, but I
yeah.
think he directed Rugrats and like has his hand in a lot of things. Somehow
Yes, he
he
does.
got his hand on this. So
Well, they're trying to think of what
And
are
he's
the
from
score
here,
scenes.
I mean,
I'm
what?
thinking
Yeah.
of the actual music in the movie, not the score scenes from the movie.
oh, there's some good ones. There's some bass, which makes sense now that you hear that. There's some bass heavy ones that like dun 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 when they're like and like just some of the interludes between when they're playing, and he's making
Oh.
putts and stuff. That
Yeah,
kind
Pay
of
attention
score
to
is.
pay attention to one-liners instead of what's actually being played in the background.
Yeah, I still have some of those songs in my head though, from way back when. Ben Stiller was uncredited, but it
Yeah, so
claims this is one of
Really?
the movies that made him famous. Yeah. Now he was in Heavyweights right before this.
Why was he
But-
uncredited?
his name was
Question.
never mentioned in the movie. The only reason you know what his name is because it's on his name tag.
Do you remember what it is?
It's Hal L.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
I only
I'm
know that
guessing
because I
Hal
read that
without
actually
an
earlier
E?
tonight.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
so like he's
isn't that weird?
such a good character,
Oh yeah, he's great.
and he has
actually
speaking lines.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly. This story was inspired by one of Adam Sandler's childhood friends. So his friend Kyle McDonough was a pro hockey player in Norway. Now, after showing off his golf drive one time, Adam Sandler's dad was like, "Dang, you hit the ball so far." And then I guess that clicked in Happy Gilmore's head, or Adam Sandler's
Happy
head.
Gilmore said, "Yeah,
They're synonymous. What can
Yeah.
I say? All right, here's a funny one. Bob Barker learned how to fight. He actually has a black belt in jiu-jitsu and learned how to fight from his
I saw
neighbor.
this.
His neighbor is Chuck Norris. He
Damn.
said, "I train with Chuck every night, and he helps me with my punches and my kicks."
Yeah, I saw something where they wanted to put in like a double for him. He's like, no, I don't want a double because I know how to fight.
that's awesome."
Yeah. Yeah, they actually have a double, but I'd say 90% of the time it's him. Like,
Yeah.
they don't
Like,
really
it's
use
not
the
Bob
double.
Barker rolling down the hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yep, 100%. And apparently a 2020 poll voted this as Adam Sandler's best film.
really.
Yep.
Okay.
It makes
I mean,
sense.
I'm not gonna argue with it.
Yeah.
Speaking on that note, so when we were watching this, I think we've talked about it before, but I went back and I was like, this is part of like just an insane run that Adam Sandler had in the 90s and early
Yeah,
2000s.
agreed.
So I wrote them all down here. In 1994, Airheads. Now he wasn't
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah,
the main
Airheads,
guy,
yeah.
but he was one of the main guys.
That's a movie I always forget he's in, but it's such a good
Yeah,
movie.
me too.
Oh yeah, and he's so good in it. 95 was Billy Madison. 96 Happy Gilmore. 96 was also Bulletproof, which I remember
Oh, yeah.
really liking.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Is that with Marlon Wayans is in that?
One of the Waynes.
I think it's Damon Wayans.
I think it's
Wayans.
Damon.
Damon
Yeah.
Wayans.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. 98. So we skipped 97, but we go to 98 with The Wedding Singer, and then
Yep.
also in 98 Waterboy.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
in 99 Big Daddy.
Yeah.
I love Big Daddy.
Yeah, and then
I mean, it's
2000.
insane.
Yeah, 2000 Little Nicky. 2002. Like this is where I'm like, okay, well I think he probably like he's got to
he's hit
miss
his
somewhere.
peak.
Like he's going to
Yeah.
slow down soon.
Mr. Deeds, right?
2002 is Mr. Deeds. 2003
Wow, I
is
love
Anger
Mr.
Management. Yeah. 2004 50 First Dates, and like you can go on. Like I stopped there, but like
Yeah, that's
even a
crazy.
couple more, like they're just hit after hit.
Yeah, that's 10 years of, I mean, what a
Yeah,
run.
10
It
plus
is a
years.
heater.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 plus years of that. And
Yeah.
they're all so good. Well, before we get into our questions, we are
Oh, I had
going
one-
to.
I
Oh,
had
all
one
right.
more.
You got one? All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, I want
fight.
to add with Adam Sandler and Bob Barker. Their fight won the very first MTV movie award for best fight scene.
Yeah, I did see
Really?
that.
Yeah, and it was
That's
up against
awesome.
it was up against some pretty big ones.
Oh, really?
Other ones were John Travolta and Christian Slater in Broken Arrow.
Oh, yeah.
Another one was Pierce Brosnan, Famke Janssen. Sorry,
Yeah.
and Goldeneye.
Yeah, I was going to say.
and
that's
then
Yeah.
the other one was Jackie Chan in Rumble in the Bronx.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
they kind of fucked that one up because Jackie Chan should have won.
Granted, this was the MTV Movie Awards,
I don't
but it
care.
was the very first time for
To be honest,
that category.
that's a fun award, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
some of the Oscar awards are pretty big snoozers. That's a fun award,
Yeah.
you know?
I think.
And
was
also,
that the?
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say. I think one of the years I can't remember. I think they had Edward Norton versus himself
Yeah.
in Fight
yeah,
Club.
Fight Club.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he won. He
that would have been
won.
probably the year after this. Yeah.
No, Fight Club was 99.
Oh, so
A couple
yeah,
years.
a couple years after this. Yeah.
But still funny. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Actually, funny story about that. Broken Arrow is the first rated R movie I'd ever seen.
Okay.
I remember that was my first, and then I'd say Major League about a million times.
Mine was probably T2, but
Wait, D2's not rated R, is it?
Terminator 2?
It's rated R.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I would
I think
heavily
it's
assume so.
PG-13. I thought it was PG-13. It's right behind you. I thought it was
It doesn't have
PG-13.
the rating on it. But anyways, we can
Wow.
continue.
What a funny. We only reviewed it.
Yeah.
I guess we've never looked at
It's R.
ratings.
It's R.
is R.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember it being violent and saying fuck a bunch. So, but I for some reason had it in my head it was PG-13. I don't know. Well, then that was definitely an early one too. Maybe I just didn't know what I'd seen.
Yeah.
As John said, feels like the first time. All right. Before we get into the questions, we will finish our questions, or our podium question is going to be about Bob Barker. So Bob Barker has a cameo in this. We're going to ask for our top 3 cameos of all time in movies, which I think is a lot harder than I was originally anticipating, because
Yeah.
I started getting I kept thinking of them. Like they just kept popping up.
Yeah.
There's so many. So I don't
So
think
many.
there's a wrong answer. And I am curious how everybody even answers this. It's so open-ended, but I am
Yeah.
excited to hear some other ones that maybe I didn't catch.
Yeah.
All right, first question. Favorite thing about the movie? All right, Eric, what was your favorite thing about the movie?
I said it's hilarious and dumb again, just like last week. Like it's just fucking stupid and hilarious.
I know, it's very similar.
I had the exact same answer, just
Yeah.
like last week with Wayne's World. Just another incredibly stupid, fun movie packed with quotes. It's a fun watch.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I basically said the same thing. It's a classic childhood movie. Like it reminded me of my childhood. So one of my favorite things was the nostalgic part. Remember watching this at my grandpa's all the time. If I had to
Roger,
be
huh?
specific, yeah, with Roger. If I had to be specific, I would say that I think it's fun to poke holes in things that are perceived to be boring, like golf. And
Yeah.
I know it's not the first because Caddyshack did it, but Caddyshack did it in a different way where they kind of pick on the old school ways of a old country club, snotty rich people, and they kind of have the other people who work there. And this is kind of more of a joke on the PGA Tour and the golfer side of this
Yeah.
with Shooter and some of the random guys like Kevin Nealon, like
Yeah.
and Chubbs being the guy who can't play golf because an alligator bit his hand off. Like the twist that they are able to do with golf and
Like
how
the
they can
unspoken
exploit
rules
it.
with golf, also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And so it's not necessarily original because Caddyshack did something similar, but it's still, like you guys said, it's funny. It's
Yeah.
dumb
Yeah.
and funny.
It is. Both of those
Yep.
in
You
spades.
can't take anything in this movie seriously, and if you do, then you're not going to enjoy this movie.
If you do, then
Yeah.
why are you watching this movie?
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. All right, next category. Least favorite thing about the movie.
Wait,
Okay.
am I muted?
No. Did you say something?
No, I'm just
No,
Oh.
when the
Oh, that's
being a
right.
jackass.
when the questions play, it mutes our mic. And at one point, I think John was concerned that he muted himself while
No,
the
was
question
me.
played. Oh, it was you. Okay,
It was me.
I thought it was John. I'm sorry, John.
Okay. Let's see. Kevin?
I actually have a specific thing in this movie.
Oh,
And
okay.
actually, I didn't catch it until the rewatch yesterday. And why is Shooter in the meeting with Happy with the tour president when the tour president is suspending Happy Gilmore?
Why is he unhappy?
No, why is Shooter in that meeting? Why is he in the room?
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be like a
I'll
private
give you
meeting
that.
between
Okay.
the tour president and then the
That's
player
a-
that's being suspended? Like,
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
No,
it
good
makes
call. I was
zero
like,
sense.
I thought you were saying why he's unhappy, and I'm like, well, he wants him off the tour. No, you're right. You're
Yeah,
totally right.
like why is he
Why
in the room?
is he?
Yeah.
Good answer. Yeah, that's hilarious. What about you, Eric?
This one's hard. I just went with Shooter McGavin. Like, that guy's a dick.
Yeah. Well, especially when he buys grandma's house. Like, what's the point of that? That was just to get Happy Gilmore off the tour. Like,
Yeah.
how petty is that?
Very.
It's so insane to buy somebody's grandma's house and then threaten to piss on it and eat the ashes and stuff.
Funny thing is, like
what?
when he bought it, like I noticed that it went from 250 to 275, which is what Happy bid, and then all of
Yeah,
a sudden it jumped up to 350,000. It
350.
jumped up from
Yeah.
$75,000 from the previous jump that was $25,000.
Right. Yeah.
It's a hot
exactly.
commodity.
He's like, "Yep,
Right.
it's mine." Doing it just to piss
Yep.
him off.
Oh my God, that's funny.
What about you, Matt?
Yeah, so I said Chubb's dying.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
we really have to kill him? No, I think it's kind of funny in a way because he falls out. Like he dies because he sees the alligator's head.
Yeah.
Falls out a window. But is it necessary at the same time? Like, couldn't we just have him hurt, like get paralyzed or not paralyzed, but say he, like
Just make him paralyzed. Make him cry.
okay, say he injures himself to where he has to be in the hospital and can't
Yeah.
attend the
Yeah, like he's in
match.
recovery. of
Yeah,
some-
like
Right.
he's in the hospital bed with his leg in a cast.
Exactly.
Like propped up.
That's
yeah.
kind of what I'm getting.
He
at.
lost his other hand and he's waiting for it to heal up.
Right.
Yeah.
Which kind of reminds me of Major League 2 when the manager
Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, the Electric Boogaloo. The manager has a heart attack, and so they have to put him, he has to go to the hospital, and so he's watching the game from the hospital bed, and he's like getting fired up, and all the doctors are like, "You can't do that. You just had a heart attack." And he's like, and then he'll change the channel real quick to the soap opera and be like, "Oh, I can't. I love this shit." And so like, I could have enjoyed and not be as sad seeing Chubbs die with maybe
Yeah.
a good shot of him in the hospital bed. You know?
Yeah.
We didn't
Or,
have to
I
kill
mean,
Chubbs.
Yeah, even like him just falling out of the window and like that's where it cuts.
Yeah, and
Like
then
we don't know he died, but
Oh, that's
No,
fair,
no, it's
too.
just like he didn't die. It's just
Right.
like that's the joke.
Yeah,
Like
that'd been good.
he hit the lady with the car and then he dropped a whole ass air conditioner on her. If that wasn't gonna kill her, I don't know what would.
Yeah, that's fair. Mister. Oh god. Oh my god. Well, let's find out who won the movie. Let's see, what did John say? Happy didn't drop off the tour to save his grandma's house and instead challenged him to higher stakes. So that leads me to my answer, and that I think Happy Gilmore won the movie.
Whoa. What?
Because, yeah, right? What a shock. I said he got grandma's house back. The golden jacket was his.
Grandma's got the boys.
And
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And he got the babe.
Yeah.
So, in all, he definitely won the movie. You
Yeah.
guys have anybody else?
I mean,
I
I
said
specifically
Chubbs
put
didn't.
Adam Sandler because
Yeah.
what Eric described was like right at the early on start of his huge run of movies. He had a couple movies prior to this, then he had another 10 years of just hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. I mean, it can go on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Adam Sandler definitely won this movie.
I'm with Kevin.
Yeah.
I have the same thing.
Nice. Well, some variation of Happy / Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
All
Man,
right,
we are
let's
breezing
see.
through these.
Oh, this is easy. Easy peasy. All right. Well, this isn't as good as Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Favorite song, moment, or score scene?
There's some pretty good songs in this movie.
Oh, there definitely are.
There's one that stuck right out for me.
What?
It was Endless Love.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Oh, yeah.
when the
Yeah.
maintenance guy is
I love
lip-syncing.
that. That's my favorite part of this. Favorite part of that.
Julie and I were watching it, and it's like, I've never really like questioned, but like, why is that guy singing? Like, why did they pull back to him? Like, what's he doing there?
I was,
It's
I
definitely
was
a joke,
talking with Beth
for
about
sure.
that. 'Cause we actually watched it one more time right before this.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, well, maybe his wife is dead and he's reliving a good memory with his wife, who is Pat. Like, he's a widow.
Wow, Beth.
I was like, that's kind of dark, but it kind of makes sense, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Right.
I was like,
I
man,
choose
I
to-
got really sad right there because he's really into this. Maybe it was the like wedding song. I don't know. But really-
I'm
really
just
thinking
gonna
into it.
choose that to think that it was like a music video, kind of like where the cheesy music videos where they have like the one person up there and then like the people in the background, and
like
that's
that.
it.
I
Like
like
it
that
was just
better.
it was just
Yeah.
ridiculous because they're like, this is probably gonna be funny.
That makes a
Oh,
lot
it
more
was
sense.
hilarious.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it makes zero sense. and
Yeah.
I think that's why it works so well.
Yeah.
I mean, just like the little guy in the dream world.
Yes.
I mean, like, I swear they just find things that don't make any sense and just be like,
Just throw it in
just
there.
make this as extreme as possible and see what happens. Oh my god, it's
Yeah,
so
he's got, like,
funny.
cow pants
I'm
on.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What the hell was going on? Eric, what was your favorite song moment?
I had a couple. The first one was Tuesday's Gone. Like it starts the movie and it ends the movie.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of the song I think about when I think Happy Gilmore.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like unconsciously I think about that. Just the
Yeah, like if this
Yeah.
song, if that song comes on the radio, I think of Happy Gilmore.
yeah.
and
Yeah,
vice
I
versa.
actually do too. Well, so I think of two movies. I think of that one, and I also think of Dazed and Confused, because that's towards the end of that movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a perfect swan song movie, you know, like just to finish out the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Matt?
That was mine. That was mine.
Oh, that was okay. I had a second one, so
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say also Rock and Roll Part 2. The
Oh, yes.
Hey.
Yeah, when he's rolling, yeah.
Yeah.
Some good old Gary Glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that song has to be in every sports movie, right?
Yeah.
If
all
it's
like
not in there,
probably-
you're like, it's not that good of a sports movie, right?
It's
Was
on,
it
like, the
really a
original-
sports movie?
It's on the original
Yeah,
Jock Jams CD.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was either one or two. It was definitely on the first or second Jock Jams.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Jock
which one.
Jams.
Love Jock Jams, of course.
Wow.
It's just
Oh,
CD
man.
music. For,
That's a phrase that I have not
Those-
heard in a long time.
I think Rock and Roll Part 2 and We Will Rock You were like
Oh,
the best Jock
Those
Jams.
are the
Man,
two.
I should have had a top 5 Jock Jams songs.
that would have been perfect.
Pump Up the Jam, the Technotronic song that's in
Yeah.
Space Jam. That's a good
Yeah.
one from that.
There's a new.
Oh, and
you do the newer one. What's the White Stripes one? That's the newer one.
oh yeah, Seven Nation Army. That is a good one. All right, and then my fifth would be Push It Real Good.
Yeah.
By Salt and Pepper. There's
Yeah.
our 5.
Salt and Pepper's here.
Yeah, I said specifically on the Tuesday's Gone is the big. I like the beginning, and because I think it's such a contrast to what's going on. Because I mean, the song's like kind of slow and sad in a way, or sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it exactly. but
It's like romantic or like
yeah,
it's, It's got this like love feeling sort of.
yeah, right. The riff is real swing. I don't know. Yeah, real
Yeah.
swift, real lovey, and you've got him just taking anything in his that he can find and just sitting on it and humping it. So
Making everything
damn
a dick.
funny. It's so funny. I mean, like, I think it's more funny as I'm older. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like because it's so it's so dumb.
Yeah, the last one is him as a fucking gas attendant, and he's spraying
Yes.
gasoline all
Like,
over
I
the
feel like
ground.
Right. I feel like it just gets bigger and more extreme every time
Yeah.
he does something. It's
Well, then it's
so
just a
good.
plumber, and it's just an ass crack.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Every time it gets funnier and funnier just because it's so
It's
juvenile and dumb.
It is.
Yes.
I know, and I swear, like I didn't laugh that much when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
I was down. I was like, oh my god, I kind of forgot how many different jobs he did that. I thought it was like 2 or 3. I can't believe
Yeah.
the bit was like 5, 6 jobs.
Yeah.
Well, next one should be a good one. I struggled to. I mean, I have way too long of a list for this, but
Oh yeah.
favorite line from the movie.
Yeah, this
All
is
right.
it's
This
just like
one's-
we're just going to recite the whole movie.
I know, and I did, and I caught myself like, oh god, I try not to say it before it happened.
Yeah.
I'll say my favorite line has to be, "The price is wrong, bitch," to Bob Barker.
Barker, yeah.
And I do want to note the edited for TV version
Oh,
is
yeah.
"The price is wrong, Bobby."
no. Well, I wrote one.
think
It's
that's
not
my
my
favorite
favorite,
line.
but it's good to follow up on. It was at the very end of that whole thing. Now you've had enough, bitch. That's Bob Barker.
I love it. So funny. Eric,
But
what
the
you got?
one I actually want to put
Okay,
down, and
go ahead,
there's
Kyle.
2 of them, but they're like they're pretty much the same line, and it's kind of funny that they're referencing the same thing.
Yeah,
One's like, "How's that nice girlfriend of yours? She got hit by a car. She's dead."
I know.
And then later on in the movie, he goes, "My girlfriend's dead. You know, she fell off a cliff and died on impact."
So you know what that reminds me of, right?
What?
John will definitely know the Vandals song, "My Girlfriend's Dead,"
Oh, okay, yeah.
which came out in 1998. I just looked it up.
So that's after.
And-
yeah.
She definitely got ran over by a truck. I feel like she also fell. Oh yeah, a great big truck ran her over. I feel like
Great
she
big
also
truck.
fell off a cliff as well. I can't remember.
Died on impact.
But when I heard him say it the first time, I'm like, oh, that's the Vandals. Like that's just what comes up in my head.
Nice.
Eric, what about you?
The first one that I would say is, "But my fingers hurt." Dude's like,
Oh.
"Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty." To this little old lady.
Could I have a warm glass of milk?
That was that was right before he goes, "I've got good news. We've expanded arts and crafts
Arts and
time
crafts
for 4 hours today."
Oh yeah.
But his
there-
voice is so high. It's like, you can you can trouble me for a glass of shut the hell up.
I also liked. I mean, the whole like you're going your home ball and stuff is
Yeah.
good, but then the best is at the end when he's just like, "Suck my white ass," ball." And I always thought I was like, why didn't he say kiss? And he says, "Suck my white," and I was like, oh my god, now I think that's even more funny as I'm older.
It's just that much more
Yeah.
ridiculous and dumb.
Nope.
Right.
That was the second one I had on my list.
Oh yeah, that one's amazing.
There's one I love. There's one time I can't remember who I was with, but we named our trivia team this. It was gold jacket, green jacket. Who gives a shit?
Gives a shit. Oh, that's such a good one.
Yes.
That is a good trivia name.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see. I saw those finger paintings you bring home, and they suck. That one, I was like, oh,
Calling
man,
her
I
a bad
forgot.
kindergarten teacher because of that.
Like, come on, that's so good. Or, of course, you don't want breakfast.
Yes.
We used to quote that one all the time. Anytime we were getting breakfast.
Yeah.
One
I
that
had
was- go ahead.
no. Okay, I was just gonna say. You eat pieces of shit for
Oh,
breakfast?
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say that one has to be mentioned.
Yeah.
I like. Oh, go ahead, Gavin.
I would say the one that's more subtle is What a Shot by Happy Gilmore. Cover the mic. Who the hell is Happy Gilmore?
Oh yeah, I love that one. That's one of my. That's Vern Lundquist. So the guy sitting next to him is one of Adam Sandler's old like college roommates, and if you notice, he doesn't say anything. And apparently, he wasn't a part of the Screen Guild, and so they couldn't pay him to say something. So I think he's just a fill-in to sit with Vern Lundquist, who is an actual sports announcer.
Yeah.
So he says some random dude that Adam Sandler used to be friends with.
They just need somebody on screen.
Right. But that is a great line. I liked also, damn alligator bit my hand off. A real sturdy wood. Made a real sturdy wood.
They wouldn't let me play because you're black.
Like, you're black. No. That is, I definitely forgot to preface it with that. That's so insane. Because you're black. No.
The last one I had was towards the end when he's learning to putt, and the clown spits his ball back out, and he's just like, "You're gonna die, clown!"
And knocks off the nose.
Yeah.
I have a few more. The Somebody's Closer.
Oh yeah,
It's a good one. If I saw myself in clothes like that, I'd have to kick my own ass.
That's good.
I also like when him and his caddy, is one of my favorite characters, is saying, he says, and slanting to the left, and Happy looks down and points out that he's only wearing one shoe.
No, that's because you only got one shoe.
He just acknowledges, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so good. I also had when he drills the person at the beginning when they're like, "Holy shit, he can hit the ball." He goes, "He shouldn't have been standing there."
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's the one that I didn't write it down, but
I got one more.
you better listen to what I say.
Oh yeah, or
You're gonna
eat some
pay.
hay. You're gonna pay.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't I eat some hay?
Why
by
don't we go down to the
bay?
bay and make something out of clay?
And then my last one, it was when he's standing in front of in the tee box in front of blocking the other dude to hit, and he has no idea what's going on, and they're like, "You got to get out of the way," and he looks at his caddy, who's not even just somebody who's assigned to him. He goes, were you on that one, dipshit?
Just make sure I don't do anything stupid.
He beats the hell out of that kid.
Yes.
So ridiculous. There's so many good lines in this movie. I couldn't and it was again it's kind of like Wayne's World, where there's some scenes where it's like, oh, that's why I say that way, that way, you know. Similar situation.
It's ingrained in our brain. It was added to our lexicon.
Yeah,
there you go.
Exactly.
I got to use my favorite word.
Yep.
Nice. Well, we'll get to do that again here July 25th. And with that, our next question is, I think we know the answer to, does this movie get made now?
Yes.
Wait, it comes out on July 25th?
Yeah, July 25th of this year on Netflix.
I must say I'm going to a concert that day.
Are you really?
At the Offspring and Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, nice. I think I have a exercise competition that weekend.
Ooh.
Actually.
Nice.
Yeah, on a farm. It's gonna be wild.
So
You
we
are a
won't be
farm
watching
boy.
it that day, but maybe the 26th it'll come out
Yeah,
this year for us.
right. Exactly. Yeah, well, maybe I'll be like icing my entire body, staring at the screen, and probably sleeping. But I am
gonna
excited.
do the ice bath all day.
Yeah, exactly. I am excited though. I mean, I'm not gonna put too much into it. It's not gonna be the first Happy Gilmore. But you know what? Like, whatever. Like, I consume all kinds of bullshit content, and this isn't one of those hallowed grounds. It's an Adam Sandler movie, so it's
And they're bringing
like
back all of
why not?
the main
Whatever.
cast is coming back, right?
Well, those who are still alive.
Yeah, those who are still alive. Yes, yes.
Like,
Obviously.
for instance, R.I.P. Carl Weathers
Yeah. And Barb
and
Barker.
Bob
Grandma,
Barker.
of course, and
Yeah.
Bob Barker. Yeah. Oh, Bob Barker died the day before Maddie was born.
Oh wow.
Because I remember and like it happening while I'm sitting there waiting for her to be born. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, Bob Barker died. That was a bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Reincarnation.
I am looking. Oh yeah, they had her. No wonder she's a good fighter. But I do think this will be fun to watch. Like, I'm not gonna. It's not Ghostbusters 2 or some of these others like it's not gonna ruin Happy Gilmore for me. And like you said, most of the people are in it and everybody cherishes it that's in it. Like I said,
Yeah.
Shooter was saying it's one of the best decisions he's ever made. And same with Carl Weathers. He said he didn't even know he could be funny until he was in this movie. And then he's like, dang, this is awesome. And then as we know, he was in a bunch of comedy shows after this.
Yeah.
I mean, similar to Rob Lowe. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun.
I was
Carl Weathers and Rob Lowe are like the same person.
In a way.
basically I was
guess
I was
that's where
on
I
the
got
other end of the spectrum, and I was like, this is, I don't know about this. Like, I'm not sure why. But listening to you say it, talk about it in your point of view, I was like, yeah, I should probably just not care that
Yeah,
much.
don't care. Yeah, don't get upset. It's probably
Yeah.
gonna be dumb.
Yeah.
But
But that's what's good about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point. If you're going into that looking
Yeah.
for a great movie, you're going in for
Yeah.
the wrong reasons.
I think it was good that we watched this one now. You know what I mean? Somewhat before that, so we're
Yeah.
kind of reminded of how dumb the first one is.
Yeah.
But it deserves a 7. Like it's up there. It's a funny movie.
It is.
All right, next category. So last week we had Wayne's World being the epitome of the song moment category, I think, or one of for me. This week, I'd say the inspiration of this next category and the AB aspect, AB repeat, that is, aspect of this category was from this movie, Happy Gilmore. So we ask, what's the most rewatchable scene? I want to kind of give a backstory. Now, I say that because, as most kids do, when they find something funny that they're watching, sometimes unintentionally funny, I'll add, and I'm hoping John's still on here, we'll find a way to repeat something over and over and over again. So when we had the VHS copy of this, our friend David Graham would go over and stand by the VHS player because it wasn't anywhere near. It was all wired, so it was on the other side of the basement. And he would just over and over hit rewind and rewind and rewind. And we would laugh and we'd watch this specific scene for like 10, 15 minutes. And it's the scene where Virginia Vennick goes, "Happy, look out."
Look out.
Ah! And we would
Look
rewind it.
out.
Ah! And we would just do it over and over again. Now, of course, later on, we get DVD players, and A/B repeat is actually a thing, which I feel is still kind of a weird thing. And so it became an A/B repeatable moment. And so now we have our category, which is an A/B repeat moment. Or we kind of broadened it by saying it could be a rewatchable scene, because sometimes when you're watching a movie, the whole scene is what takes you, not just her saying, "Ah, Happy, look out."
On a 3-second clip.
Right.
Or the
So you have
the
either
kid in
one.
cabin fever, that
Pancakes.
pancakes, and then he just starts doing
Yes.
martial arts.
Oh, we did that one.
We we A/B repeated that a lot.
I forgot about that.
Or Mr. Bean.
Pancake. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
magic. Oh man. So, what was your favorite scene or most rewatchable scene, Eric?
Mine was the Bob Barker fight. Just that
Mine
wole
too.
thing.
That was my
It's
answer,
so
too.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, mine
Just
too.
That.
Yeah, the whole
amazing.
scene too. It's not just the fight, but like
It's
Yeah,
quotable.
you have, yeah, you have Joe Flaherty, who's the dad in Freaks and Geeks,
Yeah.
and he's hilarious, calling him a jackass, and also trying to get Shooter to go to Red Lobster, which is so underrated. That whole like bit is so
Yeah.
underrated.
Doesn't he say something about wanting to go to Western Sizzlin' next time?
Yeah, and
or some
Sizzler.
other
Yeah,
chain.
there's a
I'm gonna
Sizzler.
go to Sizzler.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Sizzler nearby or whatever he says. So that was mine too.
Yeah.
I think you hit it. Kevin?
I actually had like a A/B repeat for this that was different. And I don't know why it gets me every time, but it's when Happy chucks his golf club and his caddy just nonchalantly catches it.
Yeah,
and just,
I know.
Like no reaction whatsoever. Just catches it and just continues just standing there.
Yeah.
For some reason that gets me
so
every
good. I
time.
love, no, I do love that. I also think a good AB repeat moment is the end shot where the putt, because I love all the
I'm sorry,
people.
that's waving to Abraham Lincoln and Chubbs.
Oh, well, that too. But like the putt that he makes, and everybody's going back and forth.
Yeah,
I
everyone's
love
looking back
that.
and forth. Yeah.
And then another mentionable would be when he hits the older lady with the car. And her,
Here's
just
some
because
food.
of
Leave
her,
us alone.
Hey, this room, but yeah, cash. Oh, it's not even cash; it's food, like crackers.
Yeah, he's just a bag of chips.
Yeah, a bag of potato chips
Bag
is
of
dumping
chips,
on
yeah.
her.
This thing, a lot of the rewatchable scenes are just quotes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they are. I mean, this is the close. Like, this is an AB repeat movie. Like, those
Yeah.
scenes are so ridiculous, but they're so short. Like the guy
Yeah.
doing the endless love. Like, that's like 10
Yeah, that's
seconds.
another one. Yeah.
Like, that's not a whole scene, but that's just him.
Yeah.
That part. It's a great AB repeat. So this is like the Wayne's World of AB repeat.
Yeah.
All right, next category. Off-screen drunk.
It's David.
Oh yeah.
Where is David?
I don't
Well,
know.
He's
Kevin?
off screen drunken somewhere.
Other than the answer is Kevin, what would you say, Kevin?
I did actually answer this one. It was Lee Trevino.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Good
for
answer.
some reason, like he's just always there when something stupid is said or something stupid is
And
happening.
he's
It's just like
shaking his head.
so, like he's going home after he's done for the day and just drinking away all the stupidity he had witnessed that day.
That's fair. And also, so did you know? I mean, there's some irony in that answer. I don't even know if you know. He actually regretted doing the movie because he didn't know. He's probably the only one because he didn't know how foul the language was going to be. And he's like a traditional golfer. Like, he's what they're making fun of.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't realize it. And then he afterwards, I guess he said he didn't really he didn't appreciate how foul the language was. So that is funny that you're saying that he went home and drank, because he probably did.
But there was only one other professional. I don't remember his name, but I see there were only two golfers, and the other one was one that was wearing a gold jacket.
Oh,
when they
maybe
walk up,
Fuzzy
when-
Zeller or
Yeah,
somebody.
like when
I
he
don't
walks up in the
know.
AC/DC
I
shirt.
actually don't know.
In the
Sure.
country club.
One of those guys. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's Davis Love the Third, I think. I don't know that. I'm just kind of naming that traditional golfer from that era. That'd be a good one to figure out. I didn't actually know that. I said Mr. Larson because he's got a fucking nail stuck in his head.
Yes.
I mean, who else? That dude, that poor dude, and he's 7'2".
I feel like he's
Yeah.
living life though at that point. Like I think he's on drugs. Maybe not on. He's on painkillers, not drinking alcohol.
Well, maybe both. I don't know.
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Mark Lai is the other golfer in that.
You
Oh,
were so
I guess.
close.
Oh no. Oh wow. And the new Happy Gilmore, John Daly. We have Rory McIlroy and Bryson DeChambeau. So these are newer golfers.
I
Are all in
recognize
the
all
movie.
the. Well, Yeah.
Bad Bunny is going to be in the movie. Oh, apparently he's going to be Happy Gilmore's caddy at one point. Oh my God, Bad Bunny. Wow. Oh man.
The sequel could be a fun movie.
Oh, I think it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah,
Now,
don't walk into it thinking it's going to be a great movie. Just go in to have fun.
But again, if you're gonna have Rory McIlroy and some of the bigger names, I'm curious, like, because some of the golfers now probably watch that as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably one of their
Rory's
movies.
probably younger than us, isn't he? Or at
He's
least
probably a
our
little
age.
younger. Yeah, he's maybe a little younger, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe mid-30s. But like, so he grew up with Happy Gilmore. Like, that's got to be funny for him.
Yeah.
All right, casting our friends. Are we ready?
Oh my.
I'll go first because I don't have a bunch actually.
Okay.
I mean, I could have casted John as a lot of things. I don't know how everybody else went. Because Kevin Nealon thing, of course.
You're gonna
gives
cast
me
him as the
John
golf
vibes.
Yeah,
Right.
get money
He
on.
goes pretty high. Yeah, you can't get higher than Happy Shot. But like Kevin Nealon, I mean, like feeling the flow and, like always
Riding
good
the bull.
vibes. Right,
Yeah.
the good vibes. I ultimately came up with the caddy. And mainly because of like one scene in particular really gave it two, the foot thing, only wearing one shoe is just so hilarious that's something John I do. But when he picked up the cracker that was his placeholder,
Yes.
he picked that up.
Or even the quarter.
Yeah,
when
the
it was someone
quarter.
else's
Yeah.
placeholder.
That is John. Like, that is John to the T. So that for sure was John. And then I had Bogey as Mr. Larson because he just wanted to fight afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I could totally see that one. And that's really all I had. I was trying to think, and I kind of came up short.
I want to get up on that one too because I only had two also, and
Okay.
Matt, you and I both had John as the caddy, but the
Nice.
only difference is I had John as either caddy
Mm.
because for you mentioned the ones for the later one that the Happy hires the homeless guy. I don't know how to label him as, but he could also be the blonde caddy because he was a punching bag for Happy Gilmore. And John back in the day was our literal punching bag when we were younger.
Yeah,
We
that's
could
fair.
just do whatever to him and he'd be like, oh, okay, whatever, do it.
Yep, that's very true.
So, yes, he's the caddy. Pick which one. And
That's
then
nice.
my second one, I actually had Tommy as the jackass guy because Tommy is an ultimate heckler.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
And getting under, just keep on going. As soon as something gets on, like, he knows it's getting under somebody's skin and he's having fun with it, he's just going to continue having fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good point. Nice. All right, Eric, what do you got? I have a feeling you got some good ones here.
I have a few. I also said that John is Kevin Nealon's character because doing the bull dance, feeling the vibes.
Yes.
The vibes. It's all about the vibes.
It's all about the vibes. I said that I'm Chubbs because I just want to teach you guys how to edit video.
Yeah, I could see you being Chubbs. Like, even after he gets his hand ran over, like, he's still positive. You know what I mean? Like, he's still happy
Still
go
tries to
lucky.
use the same hand.
I know. Like, I could definitely see you
It's all
being like
in
that.
Hips.
Yeah. I said Kevin is the guy that yells jackass because he's a troll.
Yeah, can be.
I can be. I can
Yeah.
be.
And
I
then-
try to, but I'm not intentionally.
I was just say, so can I be a troll too? I could see
Yeah.
that too.
Well, you casted Bogey as Larson, but I was talking to Julie and I was like, I think Bogey would probably be happy because he's got the shortest fuse,
That's fair.
and like
Yeah, that's a
and
good point.
Happy has a short fuse. So, and then the last one, Hardest energy block bad. That is good.
Yep.
I said Dave is shooter because he's all like, be here on YouTube at 9, and then he doesn't show.
That's hilarious. Totally true. That's fun.
That's nice.
Those are mine.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I tried to think
The
of
9
some more.
o'clock
It's
thing
like
works perfect.
I guess like if I was happy, maybe one of you would be in Virginia trying to top me out of doing something crazy. I
we're
could
not
see
trying to
Kevin
get in your
being
pants, right?
Virginia. Yeah. Wait, what?
You said but you're not trying to get in any of our pants.
No, but you tell me not to do something stupid if I was wanting to do something stupid. Or maybe we tell you to not do
Yeah,
something stupid.
we would definitely tell Kevin to not do something stupid.
One of us, I'm sure, has got to be there. Nice. All right, well, 2 categories left. Easy breezy. We got, is this a podium role for any of the top billed cast members? I think the answer is yes. But
Yes.
let's see what we say for Happy Gilmore. Or shit, I did it again. Adam Sandler.
For Happy Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, exactly. Or Billy Madison. They're
Yeah.
Happy Bobby Madison.
Half his movies. I said yes for him because ultimately, like, this is the one I think of probably the most. Now, I don't know if it's my favorite of his. I think we've talked about it before. My favorite's probably Wedding Singer. I think yours too, Eric, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But this is the one that I relate to him the most.
Yeah. I think I would agree on that. I think I would have a hard time picking the top 3, but I'm pretty sure Happy would
I
be
know.
in there.
Yeah, I think that would be in there. I could see a lot of people saying Billy Madison because it kind of started the whole Adam Sandler craze.
Yeah.
Big Daddy could be in there because it's the most heartfelt and probably
Yeah.
down to earth. And then also, as we watched Uncut Gems, is the closest he's been to like real Oscar worthy,
God.
right? So
Eric's favorite movie.
Fuck him in that movie. Oh.
you
just
should have
thinking
watched
about
Happy
it.
Gilmore after.
Yeah, just thinking about it makes me stressed.
Yeah, Eric needs a shower already.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
Just
sweating
need to
too much.
Ugh,
I think for
let
him,
the
it's
stress away.
right. I do think for him it's on there, but I could see an argument for so many of the movies you listed in that
Yeah.
10-year run. Again, you could have Uncut Gems. There's so many, and I think he's very underrated now. I think over time, we've kind of forgotten about how funny these are. They really are
Yeah.
fun. Like they're
Oh, yeah.
hilarious still.
Well,
They're still
now
relatable.
he's under contract with Netflix, right? So like
Yeah.
they just pay him to keep pumping out
He's
comedy
got like
movies.
a 6-movie deal or something for
Okay.
$500 million, or I can't.
Right. Well, that was kind of the joke when he didn't get nominated for Uncut Gems. He was like, well, guess I'm now just going to make a bunch more shitty Netflix movies. You're welcome, everybody. And yeah, you're right. That's a good point. He did name his company, or half of the name of his
Yeah.
company, Happy Madison, is Happy.
Yeah.
So maybe he thinks
Speaking-
of himself.
Also on Happy Madison, do you guys?
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have seen Grandma's Boy, right?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
you were going
of
there.
course. It's so
Um,
good. I watched that
I
one.
actually almost thought about
last week.
mentioning when I was talking about grandmas. I was thinking Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy is so good.
It's so
Great stoner
so
movie.
amazing.
Great stoner movie. Next we have Christopher McDonald. Now, again, we said yes to all of these, so I think it's not
Yeah.
difficult. I did want to talk about, there's a couple of actors in here that I found some movies that maybe we did or didn't know they were in. So this one's more about what else they were in than them not making the podium for this movie, because it is for everybody.
Yeah.
So he was in
Yeah, for sure.
Thelma and Louise,
Yeah.
which is a pretty notable movie. He was in Quiz Show, which was up for Best Picture in maybe 94. He was the
Just
coach
before
in
this movie.
Celtic Pride.
Okay.
which we almost did. He was in
Yeah.
Flubber. Definitely remember him
Oh,
in
yeah.
Flubber,
Flubber.
right? He was the bad guy in Flubber. Obviously, because Robin Williams is the good guy. He was Dirty Work, and he was one of the main voices in Iron Giant. If you remember
I
that
didn't see
movie.
that, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he was one of the main voices in Iron Giant. So I would say it's probably this quiz show and Thelma and Louise, but he was in some pretty
Yeah.
big stuff in the 90s.
Yeah. Nothing tops this though. Like whenever I see him, I think he is Shooter McGavin.
He is. Yeah.
This
And-
is his role. I mean, it's the same thing with like Robert Patrick in Terminator 2. I said
Yeah.
that before, trying to make
Correct.
some sort of case for something else. It's like, no, that's his role.
Yeah.
Correct.
And
Which-
Kogoshuko in Double Dragon.
right. Exactly what I was thinking.
I know, we were all thinking it.
Grandma,
Grandma.
Grandma, she as well, I only think of her as this.
Yes.
Fun fact about her, Frances Bay did not start acting until the age of 59.
Really?
Isn't that
It
crazy?
was a late career. I looked her up and like I thought there might have been some old movies that she was in. And they were,
Yeah.
I think,
Nope.
Like I was thinking like old classics, and they were
Sure.
yeah. She was kind of typecasted as the role she was in this movie.
Oh,
for the most
100%.
part.
Yeah, she was an aunt in Blue Velvet, which is a pretty awesome movie. She was in Stranger in Fiction. She was in Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is her role.
I will say
She
did,
is the
she
grandma
lived-
in this.
She lived until the young age of 92.
I did see that. Yeah, she died.
2011.
Yep,
That's good.
I did see that.
Yeah. It's a nice long run.
Two more actors on here that I wanted to touch on. We had Virginia Bennett or
Mm-hmm.
Julie Bowen, which I think I did not know that. Oh, I know I didn't know this, but did not realize this. Sorry, that she is in Modern Family, and that's what most people know her as
Yeah.
Claire Dunphy in the show
Mhm.
Modern Family, which
that's how,
I had never seen.
My wife
Oh, it's good.
recognized her from that. Beth recognized her.
Oh, really?
From that instantly. Like,
Yeah.
she's
See,
known
I
for
don't,
that.
I didn't watch. See, I don't watch that, but it's a huge show.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think you'd like
And
it.
really,
Yeah. It's really good.
yeah,
But we're
isn't
the movie podium, Matt.
Yeah.
We talk about
We can't
movies
talk about
here.
Oh,
It's but for
sorry.
movies.
Well, isn't Ed
Yes.
the guy
Ed O'Neill.
Ed
Yeah.
O'Neill? Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
like
in it.
the yeah. That's what I thought.
Mhm.
Oh, then I would like it because he's awesome.
Yeah.
And she's also in the show Ed, or was in the show Ed.
Matt, we're both
as
for
well.
movies.
Oh, sorry. Movie wise, she was in Multiplicity and
Yes.
and a small part in Horrible Bosses.
She was also in Hubie Halloween, which is one of Adam
Oh,
Sandler's
is she really?
Netflix movies. From,
That's hilarious.
Oh, it says it's from 2020. I remember watching that one.
Oh
Julie
yeah,
and
it's horrible.
Julie and I watched that one.
On purpose, horrible.
Yeah.
Now, the last one is probably the only one where I would say it's not his gold role, and that's Carl Weathers. Because
Yeah.
of course you can't have nothing is gonna beat his role as Apollo Creed for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
that was
I mean,
where I was
that
kind of
is
on the
his
fence.
role. Because he's in 4 movies of the same. I mean, as that character, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, you're
Mhm.
thinking the actual role. Yeah, the role.
yeah,
it's role
Again,
Yeah, it's
heavy.
just about roles, not movies.
this
Come on
category.
now.
I mean, I don't even know if I'd put this on his list if I had to go with like I'd probably say Rocky 1, 4,
Rocky 2,
1, 2, 3. Yeah,
Rocky 3.
actually, Rocky 3 is probably his best because he teams up with Rocky. But anyways, I think that's his number 1. This is his number 2, and his number 3 is Predator, as I mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
So he
That's
had,
good
I mean,
stuff.
those are a good. That's a fun podium for
Yeah,
him.
those are the 3 roles, and I really don't know how I'd order them. Kind of depending on what I wanted to watch, I would say.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, last category. For anybody watching, please name your favorites on this one. But
Yeah.
we ask, does Bob Barker make your all-time cameos in movies? Man, I really like that graphic with the "What's your podium?" That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, I dig it.
I made that.
That was
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
That was me.
I don't know who made what because it's you and Kelly that made those. So
Yeah.
no wait, I made
Nice.
that, Eric.
Nice.
What the fuck you talking
No,
about?
I made it, Kevin. Shut up, Kevin.
yeah, I like it. There are so many; it's so hard to narrow down. Kevin, what'd you
Yeah.
come up with?
So this is not a definite list. These are just three that it felt right at the moment. And I actually have 2 sequels on my list.
Okay,
I know what one is, yeah.
The first one is actually Michael Jackson in Men in Black 2.
Really?
And
He's in Men in Black too.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
even
he shows up,
remember
he wants
that.
to be,
It's been
Agent
so
M.
long.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen that. I
Yeah,
could not
it's-
even guess that. Wow.
I forgot about that.
And then my number 2 is Charlton Heston in Wayne's World 2,
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
where they
Oh my
replace
God.
the terrible actor. They just pick him up, move him over, and they bring in Charlton Heston.
That's hilarious.
And then my number 1 is Bob Barker in Happy Gilmore.
Yep.
So Bob Barker
Very
does
nice.
make my list.
Yep.
Very nice. Nice.
Very nice.
Has
So
been
yeah,
a while.
they're just kind of one off some. I was trying to find some random ones. I tried to find ones where people played themselves and not
Yeah.
just like a character just randomly. Like Daniel Craig played like a stormtrooper, but you don't know it's Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
And,
Ed
like,
Sheeran's
so,
in that too, right? In one of the Star
Yeah.
Wars.
So like it doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
those
it
I just
doesn't
kind
hit
of
as
threw off.
well.
I threw those off the list completely.
Yeah.
I
Stuff
think
like
that's
that.
fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. Eric, who made your podium for cameos of all
I said
time?
yes, it did. I'm gonna
Nice.
have to go backwards because Bob Barker's number 1.
Woo!
Yeah.
There's
Two for
nothing
two.
that tops it. It's so
Yeah.
good.
2 for
So
2.
going back from there, let's see. I'm gonna say that number 2 is actually T1000 in Wayne's World 2,
Oh,
which I
right.
thought
right.
was what Kevin was gonna say.
Yeah. Good.
No,
call.
T1000. That's Wayne's World 1.
Or
Is it Wayne's
one,
World
yeah.
That's the one we just
Okay.
watched.
Mine is T1000 in Wayne's World 1,
first
which is what I thought Kevin was gonna say.
Yeah.
And then the last one I think I'm gonna go with Matt Damon and Eurotrip
Nice.
as the singer
Scotty
who's
doesn't know.
singing Scotty Doesn't Know.
Oh yes, that's a great one. John that loves your Charlton Heston one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Charles Heston. Charlton.
All I think about when I hear Charlton Heston is the Flowers of Time from King of the Hill.
Oh yeah, of
It was
course.
the movie that they went to when Hank was losing his truck.
Oh, that's such a sad episode. Oh man, don't get me started. All right,
Sorry.
so I had a bunch. Oh yeah, Matt Damon in general for cameos. Yeah,
Yeah.
he. What was one that was more recent? There's. I saw a couple in there that I was gonna mention, but yeah, what was another one of Matt Damon's? But I do love that answer, Eric. So I kind of wrote a bunch down just because I wanted to
Yeah.
point out some ridiculous ones, and then I have my list.
Yeah, there's
So-
so many good ones.
Some honorable
I
ones.
know. Yeah, there's a lot of little ones. I mean, it's a cameo. So
Yeah.
the first one I had was Buster Keaton in Sunset Boulevard, which is an old-timey movie. But the reason why
John
it's
knows
so
that.
cool, oh, I'm sure he does. So the reason it's cool is because the movie is about how Hollywood is moving on and always adapting or evolving. And Buster Keaton is a famous silent actor, and so he's in the movie playing cards. And so the movie is a commentary of moving away
Ah.
from that. So it's kind of a clever scene. I think there's a
Okay.
couple silent actors in that scene. We have there's 2 Ghostbuster moments. Good call, John. Reggie Jackson in Naked Gun and Reggie Jackson in Basketball. Oh, and Bench.
Oh.
I didn't know he was in Benchwarmers. The
Forgot
basketball
about the
one is
basketball one.
amazing.
Yeah.
And
That is
actually, Naked Gun's good too. Um, so we have two Ghostbuster moments. We have Dan Aykroyd and Casper, which
Okay.
I didn't even remember.
Yeah, I don't
I
Apparently
don't
he
remember
remember
that.
him in that.
he plays a ghost as a Ghostbuster in that. Like he comes back
Okay.
as a cameo. And also Bill Murray in Zombieland.
Yeah, that's
If
one
you
that
remember that
Yeah.
one.
was close on my
Yeah,
my
I know that
list.
one was close to mine. You have a lot of writers or directors that are in their own movies,
Yeah, like
including
Tarantino and Stephen King.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
Hitchcock was in a bunch of those of his movies. You had Wes Craven is in Scream as the janitor, and he's also wearing a Freddy Krueger sweater. Obviously, directed that as well. You have some artists, some musical artists. The Michael Jackson one definitely slipped by me. Nice call on that.
Yeah.
The reason behind that, because I didn't go in there, Michael Jackson apparently loved the first Men in Black so much, he actually
Really?
called and request like he wanted to be in the sequel. So he
Huh.
asked to be in this sequel, and that's why he's in the sequel.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, when Michael Jackson asked to be in your
Yeah.
sequel, you probably say yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyways, continue.
You have a lot of musical artists like Huey Lewis in the News and the Back to the Future movie.
Yeah.
You know, when he's playing his own song there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, makes
Well, not
sense.
his song. He's judging Michael J. Fox playing his
Playing
song.
his song. Yeah.
And I thought Eric might say Billy Idol in The Wedding Singer.
Yeah, that's another good one. Man,
I wasn't sure.
that one didn't even like I it's so weird when I classify cameos, like I didn't even think about Billy Idol cuz I'm like he is like part of the story. Like there
Right.
it's not
But
it's
it's
not
so
a novel
short.
thing. Yeah, it is.
Right.
No, you're completely right, but that just didn't even cross my mind. So that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah. Oh, great point. Mark Hamill and Jay and Silent Bob is amazing as well. Definitely a great scene. A couple other ones real quick. I'm very surprised no one said Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
that was one creeping in that I just didn't make it.
Pamela Anderson in Borat.
Yeah.
Pamela. We have some athletes. We have Brett Favre being the boyfriend at the end as Brett, and There's Something About Mary.
Oh,
When she she talks about Brett, her boyfriend, the entire movie, and then at the end of the movie, it's Brett Favre. Oh, Chuck Norris. John
Oh
says
yeah.
Chuck Norris and Dodgeball. Good answer.
Fucking Chuck Norris.
I had LT and Waterboy when he's like, and that brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
Yes.
That's a great one by LT. And then the other one that did not make my list, but I had to mention was Kareem did a lot. Like Reggie Jackson, Kareem did a bunch. Because of
Airplane,
course
right?
he's most
Okay.
famous for that one. Yep, Airplane. And I love that scene because the kid's like, my dad says you don't try hard or something like that. You saw, I can't remember the exact line, but he's also in Mighty Ducks 2. And
Nice.
yeah, he's in one of the
seen that for
scenes
so
when like when the Coach Bombay's out with he's wine and dining at a fancy
yeah.
mansion, and there's famous people. There's some like famous hockey, maybe Wayne Gretzky even. I don't know. There's some famous hockey people, and then there's Kareem there, and then he's also in Slam Dunk Ernest, of course,
of course.
Yeah.
of course. So all right, long-winded, but I had to get some of those out there.
Yeah.
Wait, what are
Thanks
your top
Julie and
three?
John.
I think you
Yeah,
named them all.
right.
I
Thanks,
don't-
Julie and John, for throwing some more out there.
Yeah, I don't. There's one left that I don't know if you have it on your top 3, so I'm not gonna say it.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
So I did say that this made my podium. Now it's 2 for 2. Will it go 3 for 3? My number 3
I don't know.
is actually Stan Lee in every Marvel movie he was in.
Yeah.
Now, it's not my number 1, but it did become iconic. Like it was part of these Marvel movies where it was like, when are we gonna see Stan Lee?
Yeah.
So that was something that became something, and so I think that deserves a spot on a list of cameos because it was in all of them, or until he
Yeah.
passed away. John mentions Cream in a Bruce Lee movie. He's not in a cameo in that though. He's like actually one of the fighters in that movie.
He's in the movie, not a cameo.
Yeah, it's not really a cameo. I think it's like he's just a character in that movie. He's not himself or anything like I think he's just a fighter. It's been a while.
Been a while. I had to say it because I wasn't ready.
My number 2 is Will Ferrell in Wedding Crashers.
Nice.
Mom, the meatloaf. Fuck. I mean, that entire character is so good. How could you not? I mean, he crashes funeral. That whole character is insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that Mom Meatloaf gets. I mean, I think he's the funniest part of the entire movie. And then my number 1, we swept.
Ooh.
Is Bob Barker, because how could it
not?
It's so good.
Just Bob Barker as himself, as a celebrity golfer, paired with a pro crazy fucking golfer.
And he like
just
calls
mainly because he
out.
plays himself just so amazing.
Well, and he gets in a fist fight.
Bob Barker, the fucking game show host.
Right.
Like everyone's grandma watches during the day while people are at school. Like it's you watch when you're out off of school, you watch on your sick days. Like it's
exactly.
Now it's Drew Carey.
Now it's Drew Carey. What a weird thing.
Which I believe he's in the sequel.
Oh, I bet he will be. No, I hope so.
That was a rumor that I heard. I didn't.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. The one that I had outside was David Bowie in Zoolander as the judge. That's a good one.
I thought about David Bowie in The Prestige, but he's not really that's more of another character.
Yeah, that's more of like
Tesla.
An integral character, yeah.
Yeah, he's Tesla, so I would say not necessarily the same. But Bob Barker, come on.
So good.
It is so good. Just his mannerisms. I mean, the whole thing is just, especially for people who were of that, like you said, like grandmas or moms or whoever watching and not having any idea that that's what he's going to, and like calling Happy a bitch at the end. It's just,
that's why that line is amazing.
Insane.
It's in the beginning. It's
so like, out of left field for just some like wholesome, TV everyday guy.
It's funny when Happy even calls it the wrong show. Like, you probably get that all the time. Well, let's make a deal.
Yeah,
it's
the Price is Right. Happy.
No, I get it all the time. It's okay.
Price is wrong. So good. There's so many cameos, but I think that was a fun category to go down.
That was.
And last week there was, like you said, it made the podium was T1000. So we'll stick with it. Now I'm not sure what we're doing next week. Do we have any idea?
No. When is your movie? 2 weeks,
right? 2 weeks. Oh yeah, Molly Ringwald, not another teen movie.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
I was thinking Prince in the first Scary Movie, but it's not actually Prince. It's just someone making fun of Prince, I think.
Yeah.
If I remember. I don't know what
we
to
could do Purple Rain. Why not?
Oh God, no.
We could always do an Arnold movie. I'm always
John was talking about when during the fight when the fucking crazy eyes of Bob Barker open and he chokes Happy. It's just so bizarre.
I think it's funny that Happy headbutts him too. Like that part's awesome.
Then Bob Barker just grabs his throat off the ground.
Yeah, I guess like just the way the fight scene plays out is so good too. Like it's not just a fist fight.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're doing next week.
We'll keep everyone posted though.
Yeah, we'll figure something
absolutely. Out. Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions, we are definitely open. We could also do our timeline. We're on 2017.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
I
know, right?
Timeline got messed up way long time
we're
ago.
Getting close. We're only 8 movies away from catching up.
Yeah, then we can. You
Oh
wanted
my
to go
God,
back. Spice
Julie
World.
says Spice World.
John's
No,
gonna be
no.
on next week.
We are not doing Spice World.
John would spice up his life for that one.
John
is
spices up a lot
underrated.
of things.
It is an underrated movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it might be overrated.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Hope you had a good
Thank you.
time. You can check us out on here, YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your app, or wherever you get your Apple Podcasts.
Wherever you get
Wherever
your
you get
Apple
your podcasts.
Podcasts.
Well, you can do it there too.
Right. Hope you have a spicing life or spice of your life. We're not going to be doing it, but I do love the idea. Bye, everybody. Oh,
See
can we
you,
end with
everyone.
a song again?
What?
There you go.
I want to end with a song again.
Do you want to do which one?
Let's do.
Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, let's do that one.
Power Rangers?
Do we have that?
I mean,
video.
I just have the sound clip, but not the whole thing. But we have Kevin's birthday song.
Yeah, let's do Kevin's birthday.
Okay.
Why
We
not?
need to have an outro.
Yeah, we do.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Cooking with Kevin's birthday. We're gonna watch a